I get angry. I think most of us can admit that sometimes our anger may be a little much. This is due to an overwhelming amount of generations of improper parenting that has led to the vast majority of the population lacking proper mental emotional maturity, and it gets even worse with mental illness, which many of us also have for a variety of reasons. Along with anger, I have been guilty of the ever-prominent gamer rage, the breed of anger specifically attributed to the outbursts that come with gaming. I've spoken on this briefly in the past, but basically gamer rage is something I understand not just as a longtime gamer, but also as a mild student of philosophy and psychology. There's a certain love in humans to overcome challenges. I'm not fully sure why. As far as I can think, it may be due to the fact that we know overcoming challenge strengthens us in some way, and that strength probably has some oonga boonga monkey brain evolutionary response teaching our species to be better at things, means we will survive more often in the wild. But the point is that humans love challenges, and it's one of the main reasons gaming has become such a successful form of media. But with challenges comes failure. It's an inherent part of being challenged. If it was easy, then we wouldn't call them challenges, only tasks. But with failure comes frustration, and if we cycle back to the natural state of anger and how hard it is for many people to control their anger to an extreme degree, then we begin to understand how frustration turns to anger, turns to gamer rage. Now, I'm not excusing outbursts by any means. I think we should all learn how to be productive with our anger. If something is beginning to weigh on your mind, I'm an advocate for turning that game off. I spoke last week in Rage Cure episodes of Worst Gamers Ever about how your anger and ranting can weigh not only on your mental health but on everyone else around you, and today we talk about an evolution to that concept: flamers. Welcome to my mini-series called Worst Gamers Ever, where I talk about what I believe to be the absolute worst gamers of all time, the videos culminating into the absolute worst type of gamer in my opinion by the final video in the series. And today we are covering flamers. To flame, in gamer terms, is to insult your teammates, whether that be passive-aggressively or otherwise. You've heard it before, the team isn't doing well, someone is 0-7, you're getting a bit frustrated, no one is grouping up, no one is communicating, and it's all beginning to feel a little hopeless. Suddenly you hear the rush of air as someone turns on their mic. You think for just a moment, finally, someone is going to help me and we can take this back. But no. Instead what happens is your teammate, the one that's been quiet all game, has now turned on their mic to scream obscenities, insults, tell people useless shit like play better, and countless other meaningless statements that are not meant to help the team, only make themselves feel better. And they won't feel better because flaming does nothing more than incur a vicious cycle. When a match is being lost, the entire team feels the sting. While losses affect people differently, generally it's an all-around negative feeling. No one likes losing, and despite how much some people will be able to handle losing, kind of sighing and even keeping a positive attitude, everyone is feeling the pressure. It's a kind of sadness that hangs over the entire team. Again, some handling it better than others. The point is that with emotions already high, all flaming does is tilt the scales into a different direction. Let's go back to the 0-7 teammate from earlier. That teammate can see the scoreboard. So can everyone else. They already know they are 0-7. Turning on your mic and telling them that they are 0-7, loudly announcing that to the team and even typing it in all chat to say it to the enemy team accomplishes somewhere between fuck and all, and it only creates more tension and makes the team play worse. Because everyone is already upset in some way, turning on the mic and flaming the teammate clearly performing poorly will have several consequences. 1. That teammate feels even worse than they already did, causing them to either shut down completely or lash out entirely. In both cases, they perform even worse than they already are. When I'm playing bad, the entire time I am vocalizing that I'm playing bad and trying to focus on how I can do better. What doesn't help is having some asshat I haven't heard from all game turning on his mic or stopping mid-fight to type and chat to me about how bad he finds my gameplay, because now I'm tilted and I'm actively going to be playing worse because I'm going to be ranting about how he couldn't keep his mouth shut instead of focusing on my game. In some cases, people will attempt to clap back, and that causes even more animosity and yelling. It demoralizes the team and lowers people's willingness to try harder. 2. More people will turn on the person getting flamed. Oh yeah, he is 0-7, what the fuck is wrong with you? This means less people focusing on the game and more people throwing blame around at that one person. This also increases the amount of bullying going on, and whether you like it or not, bullying does have an effect on people. It makes them defensive, withdrawn, and even outspoken. More people yelling at Mr. 0-7 compounds the problem, repeats all the issues from the first point, but multiplies it several fold. The more people dogpiling this person having a bad game, the worse their performance gets. 3. People turn on you. Some people, like me, cannot stand flaming and find it irritating and grating because we know the previous 2 issues and we also have some form of empathy for the person being flamed. So some people, myself included, will jump to that person's defense, attempting to make them feel not alone, and that causes even more fighting among the team, further dismantling what little coordination was going on and lowering team morale even further. All these problems can easily be avoided by not being an asshole in the first place. Outside of these problems, it also just doesn't make sense from a logical perspective. Not once in the history of ever has anyone ever been playing badly, then heard XXX Reaper's feet picks XXX 69420 turn on his mic and go, "Yo bro, what the fuck are you doing? Play better." And then have some sort of epiphany and go, yeah, I should play better, and instantly start dominating the lobby. No, if things ever turn around after you flame someone, I can guarantee it's because they muted your dumbass and then are able to focus and figure out how to improve because they are no longer listening to your nonsense. On top of that, it's also just a generally useless thing to do. I mentioned earlier how people generally know when they are playing bad, and having someone come on the mic to say play better is the single most useless comm anyone has ever come up with in the history of ever. Pointing at people's stats also doesn't help because, again, everyone can see the scoreboard. It's right up there with "don't die" and "he's over there." It tells us nothing and does nothing. Obviously, we need to play better. Obviously, not dying is a good play. He's over here. Who's over here and where the fuck is here? It's all meaningless, and it creates even more tension in an already tense match. I think, honestly, what's even worse than people who flame when you are losing are the ones who flame while everyone is winning. Nothing sours a good mood faster than dominating the enemy team so hard they are calling you daddy, only to have some loser flip on his mic to yell at someone on your team because they didn't do something he liked. What the fuck is you yelling for, Negative Nathan? We are winning. Cool your fucking heels. Why would you want to create more problems? Of course, they don't know the answer to that question. They just want to yell, but that doesn't even cover the worst kind of flamer, the one who flames when they are the ones who are doing the worst. No other flamer in the world is worse than the bottom frag who turns on their mic at the end of the game to bitch and moan and complain and tell everyone how they suck because we lost as a team. What the fuck do you mean we suck? Where the fuck were you this whole time? Not to mention that they do it in the middle of the match, like, where do you get off telling me to please kill something when you haven't gotten a single assist, much less a kill in the past 10 minutes? At the end of the day, flaming helps no one, not even yourself. It benefits nothing, and if anything, causes negative effects on the match. I asked a flamer once, "Why do you flame? What do you feel the point is?" And they responded, "Because if someone is playing bad, they are making my life miserable and I need to let them know that." And I said to that person, and I'll say it to you all now, if your life is miserable because someone else in a video game is playing badly, then I'm gonna need you to log off and go touch some grass, or at the very least get some real fucking problems. Bad games happen to everyone. No one, not even the best players in the game, play perfectly. People make mistakes, and yes, sometimes the bad game is so bad they aren't getting anything done. They are 0-7 because at that current moment they aren't playing the best. If that fact has such a negative impact on your life that you feel the need to make that person feel like shit, then you need to seriously reevaluate yourself. And that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think down below. And as always, a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen. Now, you want to find out how to become a channel member today, get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Need more Kaiser in your life? Well, I've got you covered. Check out my second channel, Kaiser Extras, where I upload full gameplays, stream compilations, me reacting to your Dead by Daylight clips, and more. We also upload a daily short with all the greatest clips from stream. We'll see you over there. Link is in the description.